Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Offensively for Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater will be at the controls, the talented quarterback out of Louisville.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Carry for Carolina. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Open man is Trey Burton. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Panthers.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets it down to the 32.
The pass. Devin White on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's been like clockwork right now for them.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. Shotgun handoff off now to McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Come on, you serious, dog?
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. That's out to the left, flat and complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Carolina.
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
A good chance. This is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
The rush on the tackle.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's 2nd and a yard. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Tampa Bay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got Burton here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 30.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Another nice gain, 13 yards. That time at another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now. You can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
He's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Burton. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
To trade Burton.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
The pass intercepted by the Panthers.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Bucs take over.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Back now comes Tampa Bay. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we've hit halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a dump-off here complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 44. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First down, Panthers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Bridgewater on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Push it back. Push it back.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jerry Hughes on the
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Yards to go.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
4-yard gain.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The ball carried by the
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Bridgewater again. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to fourth down.
Pass incomplete on the throwaway. It's fourth down.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his... And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Anderson, incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 5 yards.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
17.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
A loss of 5.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Bridgewater. Throw left side, complete. It's Griffin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to number 83.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
4th down.
When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Leonard Fournette. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Complete.
That one goes for 24 yards.
4-yard gain on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Bridgewater able to get this complete to Anderson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it up. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina.
Complete to
Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Jake Elliott on 4th.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
First down, Bridgewater. He's got Burton here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.